nationally registered in 2017 that is focusing on these pillars, the pillars that you're seeing. So there's a pillar that says data collection, which really looks into how we can work with community members using data, using community, how we can work with community members to collect data that is of relevance to them.
Hello, your audio is off. Can you turn your audio back on? And also kindly position the camera well so that we can see the people in the room. Hi, Gertrude, can you hear me? I seem not to hear feed from the room.
I can hear you.
Okay. So
I'm trying to call them to the room so that they position the camera well.
okay.
Charles, is that you? Kindly give us sound and position the camera well, because nothing's happening. Kindly position the camera well and unmute so that people can be able to hear.
Qui nous a fait un modèle, le modèle comment les données qui sont pertinentes des recettes qui et puis analyse. Yes.
Discussion. I hope time. I'd love to introduce my panelists. So I'll start with Natalie Sidibe. Can you raise your hand? Yeah. So Natalie Sidibe is the co-founder of OpenStreet Mali. She's a committed and passionate about digital mapping and GIS. She's the president of SotM Mali and the CEO of startup Data T Consulting. With her team, she collaborates in pilots mapping projects with institutions such as the World Bank on the mapping project of public transport in Bamako called SotM, right? Did I get it right?
Yeah.
And the community map of Bamako and cities that come up. So please give her a round of applause. My next so managing associate in disaster services and training for humanitarian personnel team. She's a PhD candidate in research and geomatics at the Ministry of Scientific Research and Innovation. Her work focuses on using computer science to draft engines for environment management. Married the founder of Geospatial Girls and Kids, whose mission is to promote the field of geospatial kids. She's a member of OSM Cameroon community. She worked as geospatial for Nika in Denmark. She's passionate about climate change, specialized in artificial intelligence. Please. And my next panel will be Ezekiel Chiariro. Yes. Okay. So Ezekiel is an accomplished environmental from Tanzania. Leveraging the spatial technology artists environmental challenges. As the former president of SM Youth Member, Ezekiel demonstrated exemplary fostering a with justice matters, and he is currently a manager at the Spanish Technology and Design, which is a local company that focuses on data usage and collection. It continues to make a positive impact in the role of the Spanish technology in Islam, and stands is a testament to the power of youth engagement in open initiatives and the transformative potential of the Spanish knowledge. It's another last but not least, we have minutes. An OSM yes, who is an OSM contributor since January 2010. The Seven has been implementing programs to create and support OSM communities in the South, training in OSM and free geomatics and mapping territories in over 20 countries since 2011. Okay, this is really first report, and then through the collective that have come, how do you say, let's content creation for the to Mary after reaction. So in light of the that we have your hand at some point, but when we have the stage, let's go for it. Right. So first question that I wanted to ask, basically first, by the way. So I'll go the lady and start me for Natalie, and this as a phrase. So Natalie, I know you are a very qualitative leader in your community, which is also Mali, which has amazing work. It has inspired also since you got before the world made and how did something made from this. How has it taken you to build sustainable, actually build a good team that really inspire others to come in open market really focuses on helping others.
Alors, Nathalie, ok, étant donné que tu es une leader dans la communauté malienne, vu les différents projets que tu as contribué notamment avec les organisations d'Europe et aussi la Banque mondiale, en fait, quel temps tu as pris de former l'équipe pour inspirer les autres?
Merci beaucoup pour la question. Déjà, je suis très remercié Innocent de m'avoir associé à cette panel de discussion. Je suis très heureuse de pouvoir partager mes expériences avec les autres. Et alors, nous, on a découvert le segment en décembre 2014. Et ça fait 8 ans et plus maintenant. Et donc, depuis tous ces temps, on a travaillé pour vraiment construire une communauté durable. Et on a été confronté à beaucoup de défis, des défis de financement et autres. Mais donc on est quand même arrivé aujourd'hui à place une communauté et même une association parce que nous sommes désormais une association aussi. Et voilà. Donc on a des difficultés, des défis, mais nous parlions à rester ensemble et à réaliser des activités avec les institutions, avec le gouvernement, avec les universités. Et nous sommes même parvenus à mettre en place des chapitres de l'UFAPER très actifs aujourd'hui qui mènent également des activités au niveau des universités. Et c'est pas de la communauté. Donc, on est plus que fiers d'avoir déjà contribué quelque chose parce qu'aujourd'hui, la taxe du à 2014, vraiment pour vous poser. On a un vaste territoire et mais nous sommes parvenus à notre engagement à faire déjà seulement compris et à faire accélérer, à faire que beaucoup de personnes sont devenues activitaires. Ils ne sont pas souvent très actifs avec nous, mais ils contribuent à leur niveau au développement. Donc, on va dire que ça prend, ça a pris 8 ans déjà pour que nous puissions arriver à ce qu'on a fait le jour de principe. Et donc, nous continuons à réfléchir, à mettre en place des stratégies pour que la communauté et continuer à pratiquer les contributeurs aussi puissent vivre cette passion. Merci.
Yeah, sure. So, yeah, thank you, Nathalie. So, SotM Mali exists since 8 years and more, and there have been a lot of done just to build like a sustainable community. But there has been also like challenges that they face in terms of leadership and financial challenges. It seems like things has changed as well. You know, they were able to carry out activities, create more pressure, and those with more pressure that are able now like from others universities. But there is like a strategy that is put in place to make sure like people like, can just uh, uh, how do we call it? Okay. Yeah, that's because really these things in my community. Yeah, right.
And typically, because we have to have I think leaders that are talented, building a team together that can really focus on different things at different time, but at the end of the day, reaching out. Realizing the same goal. So I will come to the question where I think we discuss challenges and also what are the ways to improve. The next question that I would like to ask is so to here. So is you are part of you've been part of before as you are the president. How which ways have you used to reach out, train, and also team up with youth, making sure they incorporated in open market, especially in universities.
I've used different ways to reach and they just engage in the youth mappers. Firstly, we just organize different workshops, and as through those workshops, we just introducing students as the importance of mapping and how those how these skills, geospatial skills can be used at so different challenges in our community. That is the first way. But also, another one, we are using as media. As a social media is where now we can connect with a wide engagement with different people. So in the social media, we just post on the successful stories, but also we just to share different activities that we are doing. In such a way, it does different strategies and universities.
Thank you. Should we also?
Yeah, sure. La question qui est adressée à Ézéchiel était orientée sur les moyens que Ézéchiel être membre de Youth Mapper qu'il a utilisé pour indiquer des membres de la communauté. Ézéchiel a mentionné 2 points. La réalisation des ateliers sur l'importance l'importance de la cartographie et aussi les outils géospatiaux. Et puis aussi, il y a l'utilité de recours aux réseaux sociaux pour être connecté à une audience plus large. Donc, en réalité, dans les contenus qui étaient produits étaient sur ces sociaux. Et puis aussi, dans ces réseaux sociaux, il y avait aussi des activités qui se déroulaient autour de la communauté.
Thank you. So the idea behind that would be, with talking of sustainability, you also need to think about how you are going to grow your community. So once you know that, the following question is how you are going to break up these campaigns and how you're going to make sure to bring in new people. With the chapter, it starts with 5 people, and everybody, this applies to every community, even OSM community as well. It starts with 5 people, but then if you keep reaching out to more people, it means you are now growing, and some of the issues are around training newcomers and so getting engaged in as well. So thank you for that. So this goes to Cedric. And this is around management of funds and resources, which is very challenging. This is very, very critical because at some point you find that there's a community that do not have access to funding, but they have that passion. They are passionate about open mapping, and they are doing stuff on the ground. But on the other hand, in our African context as well, we find that there are other communities that have access to funding, but then skills to manage the funding is another problem that is within this community. So the next question for you, Severin, is around, so do you think open mapping communities in Africa possess skills to manage funds and resources? If yes or no, this is a follow-up question. If yes or no, what do you think what do you think are the challenges and opportunities that we might see in that?
So my question will be, my answer is really it depends, of course, because you have the situation very actually that are no, for example, to conduct project nationwide, people are involved, just staff that has been built with funds, creating high level capacities. Unfortunately, there was no funds everywhere to create that. If you have other countries in Africa where there is actually, I think, not even a community, and there is absolutely no OSM project implemented by anyone so far. There was not any money provided by countries or for countries. So, I mean, yes, and no. This country that has the skill are already built, and others that they need to build. I would say to build that, it's something that you can do without through any project you have. Actually, even if it's small farms or big ones. I would say also starting community and involving it's often being also maybe a peaceful way or easy way to grow the skill from down to the top. And I can provide an example. We try to do the we had in the past to the Organisation Internationale for Francophonie. We are organizing training in countries. We invite also from the countries around. Okay. And the idea was to also improve the local capacities regarding managing the funds. So we were, for example, people with higher consultants. We were gathering the this was a budget that would be actually managed by a local team and to provide logistic goods, etc. So it was also a way with some funds to do something that would be from that they could actually get some project having already experience to be able to manage that. So it really is on the history of the on the OpenStreetMap communities, but you can always with that, and I think it's really important to always involve the community to any project you whatever the fund you have, you can adapt to do this. So I think it's manageable, but we hope that all the country can have the opportunity to tackle.
Thank you.
Donc, on disait pour les francophones, donc la question, je n'avais pas traduit encore.
Non, c'est sur le fond.
Oui, je peux traduire. Donc la question exactement, si je traduis en français, je pensais que les communautés de cartographie ouverte en Afrique possèdent des capacités, ce qui est en français, des capacités pour gérer des fonds et des ressources. Oui ou non? Et qu'est-ce que vous pensez que sont les challenges et les opportunités? Alors, j'ai répondu à cette question, ça dépendait complètement du contexte. On avait des contextes comme si je puis dire, de OMDCZ qui parlait de ce projet qui a été porté par Hunt qui a fait plusieurs années, de longues années en fait. Ce projet a créé permis après que côté OMDCZ, des cas, comme ils l'ont présenté hier, mener des projets de cartographie à l'échelle nationale. En lien avec le ministère avec le PAN, avec des works, des flux compliqués avec des drones, de la qualité faite sur les données, etc., des bases de données, des choses complexes. Et ça, c'est l'exemple de ce qu'on peut faire quand on a beaucoup de fonds et qu'on arrive, et vraiment, c'est une success story, on arrive à créer une entité autonome du pays qui est capable de mener ce type de projet. Malheureusement, en Afrique, il n'y a pas eu, tous les pays n'ont pas eu cette chance. Il y a même des pays, il n'y a rien eu jusqu'à présent. Il y a le moindre projet dans certains pays. Donc, évidemment, là, les capacités vont être moins le jour où certains projets pourraient essayer de se monter. Mais je disais, à chaque fois qu'il y a un projet qui soit grand ou soit petit, toujours en profiter pour renforcer en fait les capacités. Prenez l'exemple de son projet de loi SotM. C'était souvent les formations faites par l'organisation internationale. Il y avait certains temps, des seniors comme moi, et puis des aussi des locales. Et on mettait en sorte avec ce budget-là, il permettait notamment de 20 personnes, des volontaires dessus. Ce n'était pas d'autres gens qui avaient été prochains, donc au moins le double prix. Et le budget était, par exemple, géré par le comité local. Si ça se passait au Togo, les comités togolais, les gens qui étaient impliqués, allaient gérer ce budget, la logistique, la restauration, le lieu où on allait travailler, etc. Donc, à travers n'importe quel projet, il faut toujours à ce moment se dire quelle est la possibilité qu'on va avoir pour renforcer plus que ce qu'on peut faire si on se retrouve aux conditions de base, on peut faire un atelier avec 8 personnes, et on ne doit pas demander plus, on va en faire avec 20, et on va en profiter pour renforcer les gens. Voilà. Tous ces conseils de rajouter quelque chose qui va renforcer la communauté.
Yeah, sorry, thank you. Just for interest of time, sorry. Yeah. So I think in the next questions, I think I'll turn it up to let's say 1.5 minutes or 2 minutes maximum. That should be fine. We still have like 16 or 15 minutes. Anyway, so thank you, Sarah, for the insight. But ideally, we understand that there are challenges that are associated. Sorry, my question here. there are challenges that are associated, with how we manage funds and also how we manage our resources. But in addition to what Stephen said, he might have touched a little bit on that. Is we can have some sort of regional, partnerships where we are learning from one another, on the successes and the challenges that we are facing. At some point, we have to help set up OSM Somalia in terms of for them to understand the basics around finance management, project management, and some sort of technical aspect. So that can be some way part of what can be done because we really need to unite and be able to share our experiences. Sorry, I'm having a technical issue here. Next question. Let's see. Yes. So the next question is Marie. um, and I wanted to ask a question around partnerships and support. Is you are running geospatial girls and kids. I'd love to get some insights from you around where you think there's enough support on open because we're also doing drone mapping as well, like training you. So do you think there's enough support in Africa generally on what you're doing? And you can answer that in the context where you think of support from the government, support from the development partners, and the communities in general. Do you think you have enough support? Also drawing out some insight from OSM, Cameroon, and some of the insights outside. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, and thank you for inviting me this panel. As I understand said, I'm the functional girls and kids, and our mission is to break the gender gap in the social field by training as much as girls and women in social kids. So since you're talking about support, I can confess that it's very difficult. Anyway, there are different types of support. But generally, I can say that it's very difficult in a way that in the Cameroon context, it's not easy for us to explain the project. Like it's difficult for the government and also of some partner to understand why they can train their kids in special field. The special in Cameroon is like something that is happening for some category of people. So when you try to convince a parent, a school, or the government, like, okay, this project or field is very interesting for your kids because the future of tomorrow is preparing today. So it's the first challenge we are having with our different potential partners. But still, some can understand and we're working. Another challenge is the financial support because literally we are I fund our activities by myself, so I support all the fund by myself, and that's a very, very challenging, and my thing so when I organize market, we organize account in school, and it's financially better. However, we need some support from friends or from some organization who can decide to be like trainers and when use like choice organization. Maybe who is in this room, she also to train the big support. And also we organize some activity in school and some director of school they just open the doors to us without asking anything or they make their student available, which is another kind of support. But still at the end of the day, I would say that the support aspect is very, very low. And I invite you all in this room if you are passionate by the special girls and kids and would like to support or I don't know in any way physically, financially, even give some advice or some idea, you are highly welcome to give your support. Thank you so much.
Vas-y, tu peux le faire.
Ok. Yeah. La question c'était de savoir comment est-ce que je sois chacun en tant que responsable d'une association qui fait dans l'open mapping, comment est-ce que on fait pour financer nos activités, quels sont les différents challenges que nous avons à financer nos activités. Et je suis en train d'expliquer les différents types de support dont nous avons besoin et quels sont les différents challenges que nous rencontrons dans ces différents types de support. Financièrement, c'est très difficile parce que actuellement, je finance les activités que nous organisons, que ce soit les marathons que j'organise avec les jeunes, que ce soit les webinaires que j'organise, les workshops que j'organise, j'autofinance toutes ces activités. Et c'est vraiment un peu difficile, c'est un peu lourd parce qu'on ne parvient pas à atteindre vraiment nos objectifs parce que financièrement, on est un peu limité. Et c'est également pour nous que ce soit les administrations ou même les parents, parce que nous travaillons avec des jeunes enfants, c'est difficile pour nous de convaincre les administrations et les parents à envoyer les enfants pour qu'on puisse les former, parce qu'ils se disent que le géospatial, c'est un domaine qui est réservé à une catégorie de personnes. Or, il est question pour nous de leur montrer que si on forme vos jeunes aujourd'hui, c'est eux qui seront les futurs experts de demain. Donc, ça rentre dans nos challenges. Et on n'a pas que des manquements, on a quand même des supports personnels et même techniques parce qu'on a eu à organiser des activités dans les écoles et des responsables d'école nous ont accueillis, nous ont ouvert des structures où on fait soit travailler avec des enfants sans problème. On a également des volontaires qui travaillent avec nous, j'ai cité Emmanuel Énergie qui travaille avec nous, qui donnent de leur temps et de leur sensibilité pour la formation des enfants. Il ne peut pas prendre trop de temps parce qu'il me semble que déjà, je voulais inviter tout le monde qui est dans la salle. Si vous êtes passionné par nos activités et que vous pouvez nous aider de peu importe la manière, que ce soit techniquement, humainement, matériellement, financièrement ou même en termes d'idées, nous sommes ouverts et vous pouvez me contacter pour tout type de support. Merci.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Marie. I think we all collected insights on what she was speaking about. And ideally, I think we're here. I mean, what was running Women in Tech at some point, which was, I was supporting women and bringing more women into technology. So there are some sort of connections that can be made here. Maybe some can introduce you to somebody that was, managing the project. Because ideally, sustainability is not only about money, but also experience as well. Like you learn from others. What have they done successfully to be able to, to say at a certain place. So for the interest of time, I'll ask one last question. I have like 20 questions for you guys, but I know that we only have like 7 minutes. So I'll ask one last question. Enough for you, Natalie, to answer that. It's just generally, what do you think? What picture do you have when you dream of a successful, sustainable community? What are they? What do you have in mind? I can reflect the question. Like that I have, what does a successful or sustainable community look like to you? Like if you dream of a very sustainable OSM, what do you think? What are the things that you want to work in the community? What are the things that we
Merci. Alors, je pense quand on parle par exemple communauté, communauté alors, moi, c'est une communauté capable de fonctionner, de faire, réaliser des activités en fait. Et nous, on m'a dit, avec tous les défis, donc on avait déjà cette capacité d'organiser des activités avec nos fonds propres, c'est-à-dire avec les cotisations tout le monde donnait, on mettait ensemble et puis on organisait des activités. Et donc, aujourd'hui, je pense que pour que la communauté puisse quand même continuer à exister, il faut déjà que elle vienne à mettre en place des, des, des modèles économiques qui puissent leur permettre d'avoir des fonds, voilà, de faire des projets économiques avec des institutions, de proposer des projets à des municipalités, à des services, à des réalités, donc avoir des fonds de la caisse et donc également permettre aux membres des différentes communautés de pouvoir même exécuter des projets en dehors de la communauté et de faire venir de l'argent en fait. Donc c'est une communauté des ce que je peux appeler une communauté durable. Voilà. Parce que si on doit attendre les fonds, on ne peut rien faire. Et voilà. Merci.
Yeah. So yeah, the question was about like what does sustainable community look like for you necessarily? Okay. So the question addressed that Innocent addressed Natalie was like, what does a sustainability communities looks like? Yeah. So based on the experience of us in Mali, a sustainable community is able to achieve activities with their own funds. So in Mali, for example, despite of the different challenges that they face, they were able like, to carry out certain activities with their own funds. I guess the most important thing is there is a really need to add an economical model also, and then like to propose like different projects to the community. And also, you should allow like your community to also like participate in the project that doesn't involve also like the community, like project that are outside like the community, like to make sure that you can have money like to sustain your own community. Thank you.
Thank you. So there's a very good point in there, which is business model. How do you plan to have a business model to where they use funding to really push the agenda forward, especially making sure that the objectives of the community are being pushed forward. So I think that is missing in most of our communities. Is we are somehow disorganized or somehow not having knowledge skills and really putting things together, such as business models and stuff like that. So I have like 2 minutes. I'd love to take in. I have many questions here, but I'd love to take. Okay. Can we have a mic for him?
Thank you so much, Mr. Maoli. So I'm General Chairman Wama from the Republic of Congo. I am the first chair and also a regional ambassador. We've been talking about farms management. I'd like to know how can we develop farms management skills? Is my question.
All right. Are you active? I can ask to if you start.
So just how can you have access to management skills?
For me, I think what we do here in Cameroon is especially is just minutes, but I'm trying to train brain not in terms of just fashion. So we have a lot of activities. I think open to try not to just focus on technical skills because it's important, but I think all that skills are related to our like management leadership and so on. We need to start about leadership, but I think there's a is a tool we need to community in Africa, and I think that national funding aspect is part of it. So for me, open communities should be able to train their people to train their people on that. And I think we have a lot of resources online, and we have some people in the community who are very good on that. And we can decide to organize a marathon while talking about a topic which may be how to fund Muslim community in Congo or something like this. That's my contribution.
You have a follow-up question? All right, I think she covered it well, and I guess I'll never touch that. That was great. Thank you.
Tu mets en français.
One last question, please.
Let
Sorry, I'm out of time, but yeah, just go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. So you've been mentioning and talking about funding, but then I didn't hear anything about governance because I know that some issues that OSM community faces.
Right.
One person is the lead, and then there's really no structure on how funds are managed. So probably I want to hear how it is it. Or did you feel that maybe nothing as well?
Right. Okay. I'll be quick on that. All right. So as I said, I had around 8 questions that covered more topics. But time, I think I would love maybe to get 1 hour extra so that we can exhaust what I have. But in terms of governance, I think one of the most important part is you have to trust the people that you're with, because if you get like you want everything to run for you, that community is not fair, because if you're not around, means everything is now stopping. So in my working with some of the colleagues like Ivan Gate, one thing that I realized, he once told me that you have to have either technical skills or management skills. And before I had technical skills, so I meant management skills because I had a team that was doing very good technically. But then you have to nurture people. You have to trust people that they can learn by themselves. Like, give the opportunity, you have to see and mentor these people growing into some other positions. Having a person as a supervisor that can graduate into a project manager is a success story for OMG, which have been what we've had. So really, decentralizing, power. I guess maybe I'm not sure the power is the right word. Decentralizing, decision-making process really help, build the governance that you want. Because at the end of the day, right now, is the director cannot just say I'm free to pay everybody is what I want, because there's a finance team that is going to ask questions. We are going to spend our money and on what is agreeable and what is not agreeable. So governance is very important, but at the end of the day, it's within the management, the leaders that have to really see decentralizing power and having everybody brings something on the table. Okay. Sorry for the interest of time. I think 3 minutes away. Sorry, 3 minutes. Okay. I'd love to say thank you to everyone. This has been a very, very insightful session, and I'm very happy to see that. I wasn't sure because we got cancelled the other day. So I thought maybe we might have like 10 people, but this is really, really warming my heart. So can you please give a round of applause to my family? They have done a very good job in share their insights and so forth. So the good thing is we're still in touch. We are here still until the end of the day, and some people are traveling back home tomorrow. Whenever you see us, please harass us with questions, just sharing ideas of things that you think might or might not work in different contexts. But also on top of that, let us exchange, context. We can keep, this up and sharing on our thank you. Also, thank you for being listeners. Thank you. Which means
Charles, which other session are we having in this room? Charles. Unmute, please, so that we can sort this out, because this other session has been not okay. Hello, are you able to hear me?